Let's dismantle the Trump don't went to blacks narrative, shall we? In 1973, the Department of Justice filed a discrimination case against Fred Trump and Donald J. Trump, saying that they discriminated against black people in the renting of their apartments in Brooklyn and Queens. They even said that they had testimony from a Trump employee by the name of Thomas Aranda, who allegedly said that Trump made him mark black people's apartment applications with 9s and C's for color. The New York Times hit police in 2016 even goes on to allege that the manager called one of the white testers a, quote, nigger lover. How dramatic. So with all this supposed testimony and documents they had on Trump, why were they not able to convict him? Why was this done with a settlement? This is the settlement decree. It is expressly understood and agreed that the execution of this agreement by Trump Management Incorporated is in no way admission by it of a violation of the prohibition against discrimination as set forth in the Fair Housing Act of 1968 or any applicable statute, rule, or regulation. Let's look further into this 2016 Washington Post hit piece. It says here, the case had originated in part from one employee, Thomas Aranda, who told the government he was instructed to mark rental applications for blacks with the letter C for colored, and that he did this every time a black person applied for an apartment. Now, further on in the article, it says that Thomas Aranda denied making such statements. In his signed statement, the employee, Thomas Aranda, claimed that the Justice Department lawyer, Donna Goldstein, told him to lie or risk being thrown in jail. Goldstein declined to comment on the case. I'm sure she did. So if the government had all this stuff against Trump, they have the testers, they have these supposed C and 9 documents, they have all this testimony, then why was this not an open and shut case? If any of that stuff was in court, he'd be guilty. Funny how that never happened. Maybe because the government really didn't have a case after all. If Trump is such a racist, doesn't want blacks in his buildings, then why did he shelter Jennifer Hudson's family for free after the tragedy that happened to her family? Remember that? People magazine. So once again, this narrative we can put on the heap of racial fake news against President Trump.